All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is Friday, April 28th, final day of the month. Can you believe it? 1/3 of the new quarter is already done today. Glad to have you guys with us. Dow futures are down about 116 points. NASDAQ down about 20. S&P down about 0.25% at 4143. Russell down about 0.43%. We made a post from the Bloomberg terminal on that on Instagram. Feel free to check that out. 10-year treasury yields down about 2.35%. Well, 3.443% actually. That's the 10-year treasury yield. 101.99 on the dollar index. That's up today. Not helping the cause. Volatility index 1693. We finally filled that gap I was talking about on Twitter and the market blog. So we'll see where we go from there. We do have a gap to fill right around 1875. Maybe we fill that today, if not tomorrow. Monday. Again, glad to have you with us. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you like these videos. Share these videos with anybody. Any kind of questions you may have, please comment them, please, here on the video, and I'll try to answer to the best of my abilities. Crude oil is up about 0.56%. 75.16 per barrel on oil. Gasoline futures, $2.52, up about 1.21%. Gold, 1993, below 2000. 25.16 for silver, that's red. Euro dollar down about 45 pips, below 110, 109.84. Dollar yen 136.09, up 211 pips. I did not trade that. It was BOJ. 124.87, down about 11 pips. So the pound holding up well against the dollar. Bitcoin did fall and reject that 30,000, 29,400, down about 1.8%. 1903 for Ethereum futures. Again, we still want to see if we get above 35,000 and 2,000, or I think it was 2,500 on Ethereum. But either way, we'll keep an eye on that. Over the weekend, what's the big news today? Well, first one is Amazon. And you guys remember we had the Amazon 110 call. So here we're very, very happy, right? If you held. We got out right here. I told the team on the Signal group, and let's go ahead and go over it. Here it is. So yesterday we had Amazon. It was in the money. Premiums were very moving. We got to 20%. I made a judgment call for the team to take it. We got to 40. I had a runner. So you could see here 39%. I got to 40. And I sent the reminder right around 3:11 we closed Microsoft. So I also have Microsoft calls. Right around 3:44, I sent this message to the team. 15 minutes until the bell. Amazon earnings coming. If you have runners, understand the risk of earnings printed tomorrow's expiry. And the premium low was $3. So I held the runner. So I'm going to get smoked fine. But the most of the team, they took it. Some took a runner or have a runner. That's going to be hit this morning. You could see once we were at 123, we're like, all right, great. But it came back down. And you can see we're at 107.39. Those premiums are going to be absolutely obliterated because it is out of the money. It is Friday, a day of expiry. So again, either way, you go for it with the runner. That's fine. But at least I took some profit. It was a good trade. We got in the money right before the bell. We got the run up, exactly what we wanted. Just like we talked about in terms of the watch list. You could see I went ahead and broke it down here. So again, Amazon, yesterday at 12:32, I didn't write that. Where was the Amazon trade here? Amazon was part of the watch list this week. Talked about it on Friday's recap video, if you guys remember. That was last Friday. I'll do another one this Friday. And this morning's YouTube, this was on the 24th. This is Monday. 110 call strike already has 8,400 in volume. Had a lot of volume. Earnings report is Thursday. We can get out of this for a quick one and see if we get the runner and get us a big extra. Made us wait a little bit, just like Tesla did. And we closed it yesterday. Signal close on Thursday before the actual print. Unfortunately, it flipped. And this is why risk management is so important. Again, we don't know. So you take the winners when you're right there and you got it and you take it. And just be happy that you did. There's no need to split tens on the blackjack table. Look at Microsoft. We got the 302 break we wanted. There's a daily gap to fill at 309.57. We took that for 20% just in case Amazon print with this happen, or NASDAQ comes down, or the VIX pops up. Again, it's all about risk management when it comes to these trades because you don't have control. We don't know. When it comes to futures, we have a little more control. But when it comes to options, that time from close to the next morning, it is the Wild West. Anything can happen. Those options reprice, guys. So with that being said, God, hell of a damn job by the team to take it and to go this week undefeated. Well fucking done, guys. Sorry for cursing, but I'm so proud of the team and the members. So that's Amazon. Again, the reason Amazon fell was the cloud deacceleration in terms of revenue. That was enough to sink this stock and just tease every single bull out there and tease every single bear out there, because more than likely if you bought puts, you were pretty much out of the money, and right now you're back to where you were, just Thursday morning at 10 a.m. So thanks for playing. When it comes to Amazon, the market can be very cruel. Speaking of Microsoft, we were above that 303 level. We took the 20%. It was very out of the money that we had. We had the 310 calls right here. So again, I'm going to keep an eye on Microsoft. I am personally still holding the trade, me personally, but we signaled to close 20% because I think we have a little more. But again, I'm just glad the team got it. The most important thing is that you guys make your profit. Who gives a shit about me? It's all about the people making the profit. That's what's important. So that's where we are. Again, the VIX filled as well. We got some news as well. Core PCE. Let's see if I can get that for you guys. Core PCE index, if I could find it. Core PCE index did meet expectations, 4.6% on a year-over-year basis. PC price index month over month is 0.1%. That met actual expectations. It met expectations. 4.2% on a year-over-year PCE price index. Again, that did meet expectations. Real consumption month over month, US 0.0. Forecast was negative 0.1. And consumer spending, I think we got that. Price index, yeah. So met expectations. The expectations now, guys, is that next week we'll have a rate hike, a 90% chance of a rate hike on Wednesday. So we'll go over the scenarios on what to expect on our afternoon video today when I do recap our trades and I recap the market. So I will post that later today. That'll be on regular YouTube. It won't not be a live. If you guys remember, I used to do the newsletters, but people are a little more visual, and that's totally fine, especially with the stock market. So I'll do a market video later today to go over the week, and it was a good one. And we'll go ahead and preview next week as well. So for now, let's go ahead and answer some questions, and then we'll go back to the charts and see what we got. I swung both ways. No, not ideal, Zoom Balloon. He did 0 DTEs for both ways, strangle. And with chop, that's just absolute murder. Do you think we run up back again or retract back? Alejo says thanks. Oh, you're welcome. I don't know what for, but you're welcome. Amazon, what a surprise indeed. So Patron Boy is asking a question here. Do you think we run up again or pull back? So now that we filled that gap on the VIX, I don't expect us to go a lot higher. I think that all we did was get back to a very, very key magnet line that we've talked about now for weeks. 4150. 4150 is pretty much where we were to start the year. We started the start of the month. We started the month, what, at 4080? I don't know if the month is green in terms of April, but again, you could see just chop. One big pop to 4198, one big drop to 4075. And 4198 to 4075. Again, guys, all of this is just range. It's a big old fat range. Nothing has changed. All you can do is trade around it. Guess where we are? Right at the 20-day moving average. That's our momentum indicator. We want to make sure that we stay above that if we're bullish. And if we're bearish, well, then we want to stay below it. In terms of what I expect today, not much. I really don't. If anything, I'm expecting a little more downside. I expect here 4160 to reject. I'm not in the rush to do anything whatsoever in terms of the S&P since the month is basically over and we had a great one. So again, it's going to be a very much observe chart and approach it very carefully because we see what they did with Amazon. We see what they can do, guys. They'll flip on a dime. So yesterday was the second best return on the S&P of the year. And nothing like price to change sentiment, right? We talked about that. Everyone was bearish. A relief rally was in the cards. Now everyone's chasing calls. Guess what happens? We're going to probably get reversed on, and it's just going to chop you up. So let's see if we hold 4140, 4135. That's around that zone for the 20-day moving average, if not 4150. 4150 being that magnetic line that we've had. If we reject that, sure, then we'll can see if we can go ahead and short ahead of the FOMC into Wednesday. But I really am not salivating over it. Not really salivating about anything right now. I just want to go ahead and really observe and see what's the next move. Let's see what the deck is shuffled. Let's see what the cards are going to come out. Let's not, raise our bets when we don't have a card yet. Right now, this is nothing, and we just have to wait and see. Would you consider earnings season over? Earnings season ends, well, in my opinion, when Apple reports. That's how I always say. Apple's the jewel. When Apple actually speaks, that's when earnings season is done. That's all we worry about. How can we break the range on ES? The range that we want to break. And again, the key level that we want is we're going to go to the weekly. And again, that level right here, 4204. Until you break that level, you're chopping. You're just chopping around. But again, great opportunities for traders. We could do great things with this. We've done absolutely excellent in April. It's a trader's market, investment club. I am so sorry. There just hasn't been much to talk about. It's not an investable market. Can't really do much. So again, I apologize. Investment club has been kind of sitting on their hands, but there really isn't much to do. Unless you're dollar cost averaging, guys, over time, 401k or what have you, there is nothing to do here. You're still in a chop range. I still say the bottom is in from the 200 weekly MA at 3,500 S&P, but again, we've just been chopping around. It's a big old fat range. Can't really deny it anymore. You can see it. We're in the same place that we were, guys. What, last May? Yeah, we're back to May. Whoa, literally May 27th. That's what we've been. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. But again, great trading opportunities for options traders, futures traders, Forex. That's what we're kind of looking for here. In terms of investing, nope. Getting a little bit of a pop here on NASDAQ. We're going to keep an eye on that very closely. If the actual VIX breaks down below this wick here, that's the gap fill, 1672, I'd expect a little more of a nudge up into stocks. Maybe run out of gas around 4180 or so. 4198 being the high. Good morning, JJ. I got the 112 Amazon calls for next week. Thinks it's worth trying to hold or just move on for something else. Tough. 112s, that's pretty far. Your premiums are pretty much going to get very, very hit. So you have two options. You can either close immediately, literally at the panic lows, or see if you get any kind of pop to 110. 110, you may just reject there, and then you may have to cut it. But it's tough because you'll probably be down more than 80%. So at that point, you're pretty much just trying to make back premium. Maybe hold it and see what you can get out of it. If you break below 107, then yeah, it's pretty much done. Tough one. Sorry, my friend. Feels like I didn't give it enough time. If you think Amazon is going to continue to rise higher, sure, you can hold it, but it's just chop now. To be fair, the uptrend is there on Amazon. I can't really say that it's not, but that wick, it's tough to play it. It's tough to play. We got to what, 121? We got right here. We were above the 200. Technically speaking, guys, you are above the 200 day. You know, I'm not against seeing if we get a retest to the 200 day. And if the buyers defend that 106.75 level, hey, we're still above the 20. We can go ahead and take a look at the 110s again. I don't mind hitting the 110s again over and over and over until we get there. That's where options are sometimes. The only other trade that I've been keeping an eye on for the most part is Tesla. And you can see we're at 160.29. If we can get a little bounce around the 162.72 area, I'm going to go ahead and short and get back to that gap fill. And I've hit it multiple times and I have no choice to do it again. Or if we start really breaking out, you got a gap to fill at 176. So you're about $15 away from both sides for the most part. You're about a $15 spread between the top gap fill and the bottom one. Pick your horse, right? So we'll see if we get to 162 or so. Yeah, just talking about Tesla right now, Robert. No problem. Yeah, so we're pretty much $15 from the top gap fill, $15 from the bottom gap fill. It really is depending on your view. I think we get to 162. I would want to short there to get to the gap fill below. I just think too many people are swinging bearish and bullish rather quickly. I mean, you've had just two volatile days in a row. Wednesday alone, people thought, that's it, we're going to tank. What happens? Relief rally. And now that we had a relief rally, oh, we're going to break everything. We're going to go all-time highs, and Amazon pulls it away. Very frustrating tape, guys. But this is what trading is. And if you know what you're doing, you can navigate this. But it's been treacherous water. So it's important to have a team or people that you can learn from or understand and talk to that can actually explain why the things happen that they do. The put-call ratios, the VIX on the gap fills, yields, the dollar, so very important. And then it helps you trade as you go along. I want to buy Tesla. Hopefully this summer gets to 140. Yeah, I mean, 146 seems to be right. I don't think we break below 138. I think that's pretty much your buy zone for Tesla. Maybe just to get some, I wouldn't go all in on anything, but that would probably be a decent level. That's probably a number that I would take a look at with Investment Club to see if we can go long again. So that's what I'm looking at. All right, guys. So that's our Friday. I'll go ahead and go over the trades for the week later today. I'll do a recorded video and I'll post it, and we'll see how we did. And hopefully, you guys have a great trading week. Had a great trading week, and you have a great trading Friday. I will see you guys then. Have a great rest of your week. We got NFL draft yesterday. We got some basketball coming. Knicks and Heat. Ooh, can't wait. And then we got some F1. So F1 finally race week. A lot to look forward to. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll see you then on Monday. Cheers.